Yeah, today y'all see the thumbnail, man. Today I'm doing a video on my experience so far with the FX3. Just a quick heads up, this won't be a full review of the FX3. This is gonna be my experience so far, so I'm not gonna be going too into detail with it, but I'm just gonna be giving my actual point of view so far with the FX3. It's basically gonna be like a quick little 3 pros, 2 cons type of video. I'll be it's really honest in my opinion, and I'm gonna explain the real reasons why you don't need it and everything like that. But let's get into it. Alrighty, so first let's start off with the pros. The main pro is obvious. This video is gonna be very obvious. The low light, 12,800 ISO is great, honestly. Do you need 12,800? No. Learn how to light your scene up. You don't really need it. Only reason why I've been needing it, me and my team actually been using it, is we actually consider it useful. Basically, we do a lot of scenes for like clients. We go out to clubs and different things like that. A lot of the time it's bad low light. Watch out for those sensors, by the way. Watch out for those sensors and those lasers. Watch out. So, quick start. I have an A7 IV. 800, 3200 is the base ISOs. 3200 is great, but if you don't have like 1.8, 1.4, you will feel that more need for light and low light and things like that. So somehow we end up getting access to a FX3. Bro, 12,800, even that sometimes don't feel like enough, but it definitely, the fact that it restarts at 12,800 and you can go to like 20,000, that's like the max. That helps from it being reset. If you do have to bring it up, you can still shoot 20,000. And I've seen, I'm gonna put some shots right here of me actually being in the club with it, or me doing I had a scene over there, like a low light scene in the living room that I did. Pretty great. So as far as a low light 12,800, I'm gonna just throw it in a high ISO and put an ND filter over it, and I'll be good. It is kind of lazy because I'm not really lighting the subject and everything. Like 12,800, I feel like it's very useful. It definitely comes in clutch. Does it make you more lazy to just throw it in? Yes, I feel like it definitely makes the person, it's almost like buying a great camera. No, it's like buying a zoom lens and not actually having a prime lens. We gotta go and move and get the different shots. We can just zoom in and do that. You still have to light your subject. It's called a great camera and low light, not no light. Pro number 2, oh my gosh, coming from an A7 IV user, not having to worry about the overheating is a big major one for me. You know what I'm talking about. If you're a filmmaker or you're a person that do like a lot of outside videos, especially if you live in where it's hot climates. I live in South Florida, so it's pretty warm over here. Having a camera, knowing that it's great quality, but knowing that you really can't shoot 4K and higher frame rates, such as 30 or 60, man, the A7 IV, it overheated a few times on me. There are some people that say the A7 IV don't overheat. They never had an issue with it. I have issue with it damn near every time I shoot it. My temperature is set to high, but it still gives me issues. And yo, having this FX3 and not having to worry about it overheating, built-in fan, has been, it's such a stress reliever. It's something that I just don't have to worry about. I can just let it run. I got a 512. We only use 512s in our cameras. These 512s go what? On a brand new car, you get 10 hours and 54 minutes out of a 512 car, if I'm not mistaken. Easy, bro. You can literally run it for 10 hours straight if you want to. 4K 60, 4K 30, you're good. And my last pro, I'm gonna definitely have to, well, there's a lot of pro, but just to keep the video at a certain constant basis. My last pro would definitely have to be, client perception. Once they see that FX, well, they don't know what the line is, but they know once they see that cinema looking camera, it looks like the FX6, like half of FX6. They see that cinema body and they see the bulky camera. We're not considering this. We consider rigged up monitor, side handle, cage, V-mount battery, the 2 rods, things like that, rigged up. It look like a beast. Come on now. It's almost like having a Red Bull. It's not like having a Red Bull. It's client perception. Once they see that versus a small mirrorless, let's say the ZV series, even though I respect the ZV series, the ZV-E1, even though it has the same sensor as the FX3, what is the client gonna think when you roll up with a robust body like this versus a small black blocking looking camera, but it can be rigged up, but what looks more cooler? Come on now. That's all I gotta say for that. Cons. Let's get into the cons. I might not expect this one though, but I got you. A con for me, once again, we're gonna relate this to A7 IV. Going from the ISO ranges from 800 all the way to 3200, things like that, is much better on A7 IV than it is on the FX3 in my opinion. I'm not gonna say much better, but going from what, 640 base ISO all the way to 12,800, it gets real noisy. Going from 800, well obviously because of their closer, their closer base ISOs. Going from 800 to 3200, it's not that big of a difference. I'm mostly talking about going past those, like so 3200, I forgot the number, 5,000 after that, 6400. It's much more cleaner than the FX3. Granted, that got a lot to do with the megapixels on the A7 III, which is a 12 megapixel camera, so it's kind of, the noise floor is going to be, or the noise pattern is going to be much bigger than the 30 megapixels on A7 IV. More megapixels, the smaller the noise pattern. I'm not even going to act like I know that for sure, but that's what I've heard and that's what I've seen from the different cameras. Noise pattern on the FX3 is a little bit slightly more noticeable cropped in. And my last con, yes, filmmakers gonna get mad at me, but The photos on this, very capable, very great, very cool, but it is 12 megapixels and they're sharp, but it doesn't leave much room for cropping. This is a cinema camera and you basically you're not supposed to use it for, I don't use it, I'm just saying in general. You actually can't take photos though, don't get it twisted, but compared to the A7 III, say 26 megapixels, 24 megapixels, or even FX30, you're working with 12 versus 26 and it just gives you more room to crop and things like that. It's a small con, but it's an obvious con, obviously. It's not gonna be able to do that. But the fact that it can still take photos, that's one of the biggest pros to it too. So hey, it's a trade-off. But this is not a real actual review. This is gonna just be my, I only had it for like 2 weeks. That's just my, gripe with the FX3. I am coming from the FX30 also, so I got the FX30. Actually my first Sony camera. Got an A7 IV. I love my A7 IV to death. I just don't like the overheating. Definitely getting the A7 V. My boy just got the A7 R5. And my other boy about to get FX30. So we lit, man. I got a bunch of experience with these different cameras and a lot of reviews coming out. I help you guys solve your problems and get different outlooks on different perspectives that we shoot with video, filmmaking, different clients, and photos, and things like that. I want to keep it short and simple. I might drop this on Christmas or tomorrow morning or the day after Christmas. Hope y'all found this video pretty informative. I'm trying to be more presentable on the camera for y'all. And if y'all found any value at all, I would appreciate you subscribe. You know what? I like the comments. I like to actually talk to my audience, even though we almost at 300. I like to engage in my supporters. If you guys want to see a comparison with FX3 versus A7 IV or something like that, same shot, let me know. Let's do it. I'm ready to do it. I got access to an A7 IV, FX, A7 III, A7 R4, A7 R5. So let me know what you guys want to see. See Visions with A1A. I'm out here.